I saw we see you. City lights, late nights, days on the boulevard. Mama praying hard, while she's staring at the stars. Another face missing, another case cold. Stories getting buried while the truth going told. We know if we keep quiet, know we stand tall. Every name out I hear the ancestors call. From the city streets to the world wide, we gon' shine like where the darkness hides. No more silence, no more fear. Every cry for justice we gon' hear. Hands high for the lost souls. We dare fight to the truth show. We outside for the missing. Every voice we listen. Black and brown people, we gon' find the truth. Bring the pain to the light, let the world see proof. We never stop till justice comes. Every story shine like the sun. Candles in the rain while the families cry. Questions in the air like why? But we move with purpose, move with grace. Every clue matter, every memory trace. Tell the system we ain't backing down. Turn the whispers to what thunder sound. For the voices lost and the unheard truth. For every family searching for peace. We outside so they're missing. Every voice we listen. Black and brown people, we gon' find the truth. Bring the pain to the light, let the world see proof. We never stop till justice comes.
Are you listening to the version of the song?
Every story shine like the sun. If you lost your way, we gon' call your name till the truth arise, till the pain don't reign. No shadows, no lies, only truth in our eyes. Together we rise, together we rise. We outside for the missing. Every voice we look there, hope in the dark and strength in the pain. We bring the fire, we bring the change. Justice calling loud tonight. We gon' be the guiding light. Melanated, missing, murder. Their names will live forever. This is more than a show. This is a vision. This is for the forgotten.
It's just a beautiful song. Oh, thank everybody for joining. I saw Melanated Missing Murdered. Let's talk. Every year, thousands of people disappear across America. Some are found quickly, others are never found at all. For families left behind, every unanswered question becomes its own kind of prison. Every missed birthday, every empty chair, every holiday that feels incomplete. But for many families, the pain goes even deeper. They feel forgotten, ignored, left to fight alone. Especially when the missing person is Black, brown, indigenous, or just from a community that rarely receives national attention. See, this is where we come in. I'm Nicole Brock, and for more than 2 decades, I've served as a firefighter, a paramedic, public safety professional, an instructor on a college level. I've done a ton of things. I've worked with Nancy Grace. I've worked with Cheryl McCollum, the incredible Cheryl McCollum. I've worked with Karen Greer. I've done a few things over my career. I've spent my career responding to emergencies, helping families during the worst times of their lives. But now, through the ISO series, we're taking this mission further because every person deserves a search. Every family deserves answers, and every case deserves a voice. See, this is not just another true crime show. This is a movement. This is an investigation. This is a search for truth. This, my friends, is ISO. So let's get into it. We've been investigating a case, and I won't call the name of the person that we're investigating, but I will give you some background as to what it is, all the particulars to the case. So a young lady was murdered in her home a few years ago. Within 3 days, law enforcement ruled it a suicide. Now, is it so cut and dry? Family says no. They don't believe it's that cut and dry. Friends of hers for years, one friend was literally, has known her since they were born a day apart, and they were born in the same hospital. And so they spent time in the same baby room. When mothers are born, all the babies go to a certain room, right? So they actually were in the same room from birth. None of her friends believe the suicide is a real thing. When they brought the case to me, I always listen from an objective space. I don't want to take any sides. So I listen carefully. I view the pictures. I listen to the family, the friends. I play devil's advocate. I see things from all sides, right? But I will say there were some disturbing things about this particular case that bothered even me. I will say that when I first saw the picture of where she was found, the body, immediately to me, it felt staged. I like to share those pictures, but I'm going to wait before I share those videos. It looks staged, but without tainting you guys, my audience, my fans, without tainting your minds, I want you to just hear me out and tell me what you think. Okay, so just in reading the autopsy report, there was no blood splatter at the scene. So she allegedly used a Taurus 38 pistol, fully loaded, and shot herself with her right hand in the right side of her temple. Oh, I'm sorry, not her temple, in the right side of the crown area of her head, right in here. Okay. A key factor and point, according to the autopsy report, although she was shot herself in the crown of her head, she somehow missed her wig. But her wig was on in her death picture. The wig was secured perfectly. It wasn't out of place. It was where a wig would normally be. So I had a hard time, and I'm still grasping with the idea that she slid the wig back, shot herself, and then put it back in place. I struggle with that thought process. I struggle with the idea that someone could shoot themselves in the head and not a single drop of blood touches your hands, your fingers, the gun, and that no blood touches. If you shoot yourself point blank, blood's going to kick back just because it's what blood does. Blood is very airborne. There's just so many things that bothers me about this case. Now, the fact that they closed it in 3 days is very troublesome. How is it that how can you rule something a suicide and then not take due diligence and not exercise due diligence in ensuring that this is in fact a suicide case? Okay, and I say this. Now this is another thing that bothered me in the police report. So per the police report, there was alcohol, which she doesn't. She's not an avid drinker. And that's been stated by all of her friends from across multiple paths in her life. She's not a big drinker, but you found bottles of alcohol, like as though someone just spent the day binge drinking or a week binge drinking and then left the bottles. Um, the other part, oh, so even with that being said, oh, the drugs. Oh, let me add the drugs. So there was medication allegedly found on the premises or right there in her room next to the alcohol. Which, okay, let's explain. We can explain the drugs away. She was the primary caretaker for her mother who has dementia. So she would hang on to the medication so that her mother didn't over medicate herself. So that to me, I think that's explainable, right? That's an explainable thing. So why was a toxicology report not conducted? I mean, if you feel like this was a true thing. Okay, so here's another kicker for you. So when law enforcement got there, the one thing that they noticed in the kitchen was she had just recently gone out and bought a ton of groceries and had not finished putting them away. As though to say, oh, I'm going to put half my groceries away and then remember, oh, dang, I forgot. There was something I was going to do earlier. Oh, yes, I was going to go shoot myself. Nobody buys groceries with the intentions of suicide. Why would I go do that? So there were some other things that were found at the scene, a Taco Bell receipt, but she doesn't do Taco Bell because she's an athlete. And so she was preparing for a triathlon that she does regularly. She's always training for athletic events. So she doesn't do fast food places. Makes you think, right? So what could this be? Who could this be? Now, according to her friends, there are some suspects, or let me not say suspects. I don't want to use the word suspects because maybe that's a bit too much. But there were people in her life at that time that remain questionable. I think they deserve a sit down conversation. Yeah, I think there are people who were in her life that law enforcement failed to investigate. And when you have family and friends emphatically stating that there's no way that I, me, you, her, him could have killed themselves. I mean, why would that not be a trigger to say, let's pump the brakes before we rule this a suicide so we don't have to do paperwork? And sorry, that's what it sounds like. Why not just take those steps? But those steps were not taken. So here we are. So ISO is a very near and dear project for me. This is, again, it's not just a project, it's a mission for me. There are so many Black and brown, indigenous, and etc. folks who don't get the attention, they don't get the force behind them when it comes to investigating unnatural causes of death. So that's where we come in. This is what we're here for. I'll give you a little bit of background about me. As I told you before, I have been a public safety professional for well over 2 decades. Well over 2 decades. In fact, it was 30 years ago this year that I even entered the fire department, entered the fire service. Initially, I volunteered with Fairfax County in Virginia back in '96. So I've always had a passion for helping people. We have Sure, when I say we, I was on an award-winning investigative team with Cheryl McCollum and Karen Greer, where we got a case reopened, so that the rightful criminal could be, um, can pay the price for the crimes in which he committed, right? And seek justice for the people who he harmed fatally. So, and during the course of my career, there's other tons of things I could just go on and on about. I've seen and done a whole lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I've been in a lot of places. I've been in a lot of high profile, scenes, if you will. But when I decided to retire from the fire department, this is a passion of mine that I wanted to definitely pursue. And so here I am pursuing and looking for the missing, investigating the murdered. And so in the case of this young lady that I'm speaking of, we are desperately looking for the other individuals who could be involved with, if not murdering her, knowing possibly who did. Okay, so but tell me what your thoughts. I love to hear from you. Just put down in the comments. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, subscribe to ISO, Melanated Missing Murdered. It's a true docucrime series. We're on all platforms. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. And I'm trying to think. You can hear us on Riverside. You can hear us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Let's see what else. I'm gonna have to get them all. Oh, iHeartRadio, iHeart Podcast. So you'll find us on a whole lot of platforms. Just like I say, take a look out for us as we continue to solve crimes. One thing I'm super excited about, and I believe that this case will have an opportunity to be reopened. I sent this. My dad was the coroner. He's an MD. He was a coroner for a small town. Had him take the opportunity to look at the pictures, read the autopsy report, several things. He even came back and said, "Yeah, this doesn't add up." And in fact, the picture looks extremely staged. So, I will try to post up some pictures of her from the neck down so that you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to put her face on scene on the internet, but I would love to get you all's opinion as to what you think, how you think the manner of death. Do you agree or disagree with suicide? Is it possible? Well, join us again. We'll be back live in the morning, and we'll start at 10 a.m. in the morning with our live show. So come check us out. That's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, 9 a.m. Central. So we're looking forward to seeing you. Come back, join us. Thanks again.
Voices unheard, for every mother waiting at the door. I saw we see you. City lights, late nights, days on the boulevard. Mama praying hard, while she's staring at the stars. Another face missing, another case cold. Stories getting buried while the truth going told. We know if we keep quiet, know we stand tall. Every name matter, hear the ancestors call. From the city streets to the worldwide, we gon' shine like where the darkness hides. No more silence, no more fear. Every cry listen. Every voice we listen. Black and brown people, we gon' find the truth. Bring the pain to the light, let the world see proof. We never stop till justice comes. Every story shine like the sun. Candles in the rain while the families cry. Questions in the air like why? But we move with purpose, move with grace. Every clue matter, every memory trace. Tell the system we ain't backing down. Turn the whispers to a thunder sound. For the voices lost and the unheard truth. For every family searching for peace. We outside so them instant. Every voice we listen. Black and brown people, we gon' find the truth. Bring the taint to the light, let the world see proof. We never stop till justice comes. Every story shine like the sun. If you lost your way, we gon' call your name till the truth arise, till the pain don't reign. No shadows, no lies, only truth.